Brit reacts to 11 common things that don't exist outside of the USA. This video's got me intrigued because what could it possibly be? Have you guys got some sort of special gadgets that we don't know about? I think of USA as slightly ahead, a bit more mature when it comes to products and even films. Like, why do films always come out in the USA before the UK? You know what I mean? Whenever you go on Wikipedia and you go, when was Matilda released? It would go, in the USA, the 19th of October. In England, the 26th. What's that about? What is that about? So without further ado, guys, I'm curious for this one. Let's get into this!
Chocolate chip cookies, dental floss, traffic lights, all great American inventions. These things originated in America but are now all over the world. But if you think that everything American is in every other country, then you'd be wrong. There are some things you just don't see outside of the USA. I'm Charlie and today we're going to look at 11 common things that don't exist outside the USA. Before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too?
You heard him right, guys. Like this video, subscribe, and press the notification bell for plenty more videos. Let's go.
Coming up first, we have medical and lawyer ads. If you're not from the USA but have gone to visit, I'm sure you switched on the TV and heard this phrase. Ask your doctor if this product is right for you. And then, most likely, a big list of scary warnings and side effects. This is something that only happens in America and it's advertising for medical products. Outside the USA, it's weird to see commercials for medical related things. Most people would just go to their doctor and get what their doctor suggests. But in the USA, it's common to see medical things advertised as if they were any other product. But medical ads aren't the only odd advertising you'll see in the USA. Another thing you'll often see is adverts for lawyers. I'm not talking about Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad. Believe it or not, that's not just in TV shows. In the USA, lawyers really do advertise on TV. Did you know that 60% of the world's lawyers reside in the USA? And the USA is said to be the most litigious country in the world. This means the most lawsuits come from inside the USA. Next up is...
You know what? First of all, I think I understand. If I'm not mistaken, then I think the reason you guys probably have medical ads is because America don't have NHS, do they? In England, you have obviously the NHS. So it doesn't cost you money to get a consultation and for the doctor to view whatever's wrong with you. Do they in America? Do you get charged to book an appointment at the doctor's for them to see what's wrong with you? I don't know if they do or not, but maybe that's why you have ads, because it saves you from having to go and pay to see, you know, they're basically giving you what could be wrong with you. Is your shoulder pain not going away? Take these pills. Within a day, it will be great again. You know what I mean? It's kind of giving you something like you don't have to come and pay. Whereas here, yeah, there's no ads. You just got to go there and they'll go, there you go. Which makes, it's a bit of a waste of time, really. You know, again, you guys are a bit of ahead. Tell me what you think's wrong with me, so at least if I can see the advert, I go, actually, I'm going to get that. You know what I mean? Come on. And as for the lawyers, I wouldn't know where to look. If, God forbid, for some reason I had some sort of court case, for whatever reason, and I needed a lawyer, where do you even go? I thought for some reason they offer you one. You know what I mean? But even then, you know what I mean? The majority of people go, yeah, give me whoever. Give me whoever. If there's adverts for it, at least you can see the background and the accolades of this lawyer that you're looking at, and you can go, nah, not him. Look at his reviews, the whack. Or if you got someone you're looking at and it's 100% great stuff, you know what I mean? Then that makes sense. That makes complete sense.
Cheese. When you think of cheese, you probably think France. Luxurious French cheese is a staple of fine dining around the world. But the USA has a different kind of dairy-based delicacy. That is spray cheese. Cheese is eaten a lot in the USA. In fact, the USA is the world's largest consumer of cheese. But America also loves convenience, and that's why cheese can be bought in a can in the USA. Now, spray cheese is actually only 51% cheese. By law, to call a product what it is, it must be at least half that product. So that's why it's only 51% cheese, not a percentage higher. The other 49% is flavorings, protein, and ingredients. Spray cheese has been big in the USA since the 1960s. And it's even sold in various flavors. For example, cheddar, bacon, and even American flavor. I wonder what that is.
I don't know about that. I mean, listen. I'll try it. You know what I mean? I will try it. If you don't know, guys, we do mukbangs on this channel. We eat food. Everything we try American stuff to see. Well, we've got this little show and it's called Is the Food American or Not? Because we can't afford to cross the pond and come to America and taste the beautiful foods you guys have. There's plenty of restaurants here in England where they imitate American restaurants and they think that they think that they can replicate real American foods, basically. However, we basically look for your guys' opinions to see, is the food American or not? I'll leave the latest video pinned below. We tried American dino ribs. They were delicious. But what do you guys think of them? Go and watch it after this. It's a good one. So yeah, I'm willing to try it. But is there any need? Like, at the end of the day, spraying something out of a can, that can't be good for you. That cannot be good for you. Like, even the plastic it's coming out of, like, it's all too artificial for me, that. Just go to shop. Just go to the shop. Like, are you that addicted and lazy that you have to get spray cheese because it's 10 seconds quicker than grabbing something out of the fridge and cutting it up, which tastes miles better anyway? That's a crazy one. I'm not sold on it.
Next up is garbage disposals.
This one.
I'm sure you've seen in movies and TV shows how Americans throw their food scraps into the sink. You may think, what happens to them? Do they just sit there?
Yeah.
Well, no, they go into what's called a garbage disposal. These things actually only exist in the USA. In other countries, food scraps would be put in the kitchen bin. But why is it that only in America do they use garbage disposals? Well, the reason why is because in many other countries it's banned. This is because it's not very environmentally friendly. That's because all of the food is mixed in with the general water waste. This then at some point must be filtered out. So it wastes a lot of energy, but it is convenient. Next up is college.
Wait a minute, let me get this straight. So, when you dispose of the food, it goes into the water source, and then that now has to be filtered out at some factory. Did I get that correct? Surely that's not right. Surely, because the way I thought of it is, it goes down the drainage, cuts it all up, and then it falls into a bin, maybe outside your house, and then you just empty it. What? That's crazy. Yeah, that isn't very environmentally good, is it?
Sports.
But I'm not hating. I just think it's a bit stupid. So, don't come at me. Relax.
Every country loves sports. Whether it's cricket in India, football in Spain, or baseball in the USA. But only in the USA are they obsessed with college sports. Every country loves professional sport leagues, and the USA is no exception. But one thing that's different about the USA is that they love college sports as much as regular professional sports. No other country gets behind colleges as much as the USA does.
I rate that.
If you ask people in other countries if they can name a college team of any other sport, chances are they can't. In other countries, college sports are not broadcast on TV. And they also don't make any money at all, as opposed to the millions made in US college sports. In the USA, college football brings in thousands of spectators to fill up stadiums.
Really?
But in other countries, college football games are lucky if they even get the friends and family of the people involved watching. Also, the biggest stadiums in the USA are pretty much all college football stadiums.
What?
Out of the top 15 biggest stadiums in the USA, all 15 are college football stadiums. The largest of which being the Michigan Stadium, which can hold over 100,000 fans.
What?
Next up is
Wait
white.
a second, let me get this right. I've always wondered that in films, and I like it because... So let me get it straight. If you go to college, which is your guys' version of university, yeah? And you're paying yearly to go here. Usually, is it 3 years? That's what it is in England to go to university for 3 years. You go for 3 years, and I think it's like £15,000 or something. You come out, and it's... Actually, I think it's around 7. I don't know. But either way, nobody watches it because you're no one. You're not anybody. It's like they will only watch it over here if you're famous. You know what I mean? Or if you're famous. They only go and watch Manchester United, which you must have heard of, and Arsenal and stuff, because you've heard of them. But I guess why they don't go to these college ones is because you don't know them. But you guys, it makes sense because you're supporting the future, aren't you? You're going watching the next. You know, I don't know any American footballers, but you're going watching the next star, the next Kobe Bryant, the next Michael Jordan at the basketball games and stuff. So, who cares if I know this person or not? It's fun, it's an activity, it's a day out, and who I'm watching now is potentially going to be the next biggest star in the world. I respect that. Because I always thought, how are these like in these films, they're about 17 and they're playing an American football match and there's like 60,000 people like, oh, what's that about? But I guess, yeah, that's cool. White teeth.
Have you ever wondered why all Americans seem to have great white teeth? It seems for some reason people in the USA are obsessed with getting the perfect teeth. And by perfect, I mean white and straight. Americans actually spend more money than any other country to make sure their teeth are white and straight. But despite all the money that's spent on getting white and straight teeth, that does not necessarily mean they're more healthy. For example, the British are often mocked for their bad teeth. But according to a Harvard University study, British teeth are actually more healthy than American teeth. Trust me, not all Brits look like Austin Powers. One reason why this may be is because in the UK, under 18s can get braces for free. However, in America, they're very expensive, and there's a good reason for that. According to a study by New York Mag, in the USA, good teeth can be the difference between getting a second date and not. Apparently, 38% of Americans will turn someone down for a second date if they have bad teeth. And 60% of Americans say they perceive someone as smarter if they have straight white teeth. Next up is black.
I get it. Yeah, you know what? You don't usually see Americans with bad teeth, actually. But you do see a lot of English folk with bad teeth down the streets and stuff. But what happens over here in the UK is if you grow up, you're given braces. If your parents take you to the dentist and get your regular 6-month checkup, they will check your teeth out when you're around 13, just when you join high school. And if your teeth are rotted and look like burnt down fence panels or gravestones, then they're going to go, your kid needs... Did you not even ask? Your kid needs braces. Trust me, I'm doing him a favour. And they just put them on for free. Which, yeah, that's a pro, isn't it, to England? Because I don't know how much you guys pay for them, but... I mean, it's only a bit of metal and some elastic bands, innit? Like, I don't know why they're charging you such a massive fee for that. But I had to have them. Because my teeth weren't that bad. They were just goofy. It came out like that. Everyone called me a rabbit. Yeah, no. But no. They're straight. White, on the other hand. I wouldn't say they're white. Man needs to get these pappies whitened, but that does cost money. That costs a lot, but it's worth it. I'm not shallow, but if your teeth are rotted, get that corn out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Dude, your breath stinks. Care. Go brush your teeth. Care. Nah, I'm only joking. Some people can't actually help it. Some people actually have bad breath and genuinely can't help it. Like, R.I.P. to those railings, yeah?
Today. If you're not from the USA, you may not understand why everyone goes so crazy on this day every single year. Black Friday is the name given to the day after Thanksgiving, which is another American holiday. The term Black Friday came about because of the amount of accidents and sometimes even violence shoppers create. People go crazy for all the deals in the stores, and sometimes there are riots just to get into a shop. Black Friday has expanded to other countries, for example the UK, but videos of Black Friday in other countries have gone viral for different reasons. That's because no one really cares about Black Friday in other countries, and shops often only get 1 or 2 extra visitors than on a normal day. Billions of dollars are spent in the USA every time Black Friday rolls around, but it seems the rest of the world just isn't into it. Next up is solo.
Yeah, it exists over here, but yeah, like he says, no one really cares, to be honest. You don't see no rush, like thousands of people waiting outside the shops or anything. I don't know why. In fact, I'm probably going to take advantage of that this year. I think it's in November, isn't it?
If you're American, this may come as a surprise, but red Solo cups are seen as a very American thing. In movies and TV shows, everyone drinks out of them at parties.
Yeah, they look good.
And many tourists actually bring back a red Solo cup to their own countries when going to America. That's because it's seen as a piece of American iconography, although many Americans don't realize this. In other countries, people simply drink from beer bottles or glasses, but in the USA, they use red plastic Solo cups. Next up is...
I mean, they do them in the UK, and I'll be honest, I drink out of them. So it's not that they don't exist, because we get them every now and then, especially if you're having a party, because it's easier to clean up the next day, which is why I think you guys do it, because you have those college frat parties and stuff, and you always see red cups everywhere. If it was glass, A, it's dangerous, B, it's someone's going to break one eventually, C, who's doing the pots? Who's washing them? Because I ain't. At least you can just go throw them all in the garbage can. So again, good invention, whoever invented, well, maybe not plastic, throwaway cups, whoever invented them. Good on you.
Refills. When I was dining in the USA once, a waiter came up to me and said, "Would you like me to refill your drink?" I said no because the drink was kind of expensive, and they looked at me like I was crazy. That's because it is typical in any American restaurant to have a free refill. In other countries, you'd need to pay if you wanted extra drink, but not in the USA. In other countries, if you pay for one drink, that's what you get. And many Europeans say that they find it very weird when they go to the USA and their glass gets refilled even if they don't ask. But personally, I love it. I'm never going to turn down a free drink.
What? Nah. I'm not having that one. I don't believe that. There's no way. What? So if I go in a pub or a bar, as you guys would call it, and I buy a beer in a glass, and then they're gonna come over and go, "Do you want another one?" It's the same price. Refill for free. Nah. I think what he means is maybe coffee. Maybe coffee. Because they're saying it costs expensive, so if you want a coffee, it's going to cost you $10, and then he might come around and refill it twice or 3 times. Yeah, that makes sense, because you've paid for it anyway. You better come over here, fool. Come over here. I spent $10 for that. You think I'm only getting 1? You know what I mean? So I think it all equals itself out, but I don't think that includes alcohol or, beers, because you get tabs and stuff, don't you?
On the list, we have flags. Every country has their flag, but no one shows off their flag more than the USA. If you drive around the USA, it's common to see people flying the American flag on their homes.
Hell yeah.
Also, many buildings, schools, and businesses will have an American flag. This is something you don't see in any other country. According to research, over 150 million American flags are sold every year. And it's not exactly known why people in the USA love to show their flag off so much.
I get
Worldwide, the USA flag is the second most famous flag after the Union Jack. But no other country waves their flag as much as they do in the USA. Vote in the poll in the top right corner the most interesting common thing that
I'm not going to get into that one, but I respect you guys for... Listen, that's where you come from. You're proud of it. I like it. It's a bit more difficult to do that kind of thing now in England, but again, I'm not getting into that. We don't talk politics on this channel. In conclusion, guys, what I got from that video is, again, as I said at the beginning, you're just slightly ahead of the curve. Plastic cups, yeah, good. You can bin them. White teeth, good. I don't want to see your yellow clarted railings. Unless you got an issue or something like that, then But if you're just a scruff who doesn't get them done, get to the dentist, my G. All love, guys, chill out. Spray cheese, however, I don't know about that one, guys. I don't know about spray cheese. Leave it in the comments, yeah, if you eat spray cheese, and let me know if I'm missing out. Is it good? Because I will order some. I will order some from the US, unless you guys want to send me some for free. You know what I'm saying? Because I am willing to try it on like a... I mean, I'm not just going to spray it straight in my mouth. I'll probably try it on like a cracker or something, like make it a bit more... give me something solid at the same time. If you like spray cheese, leave it in the comments. Yes, I like spray cheese, or nah, I hate spray cheese. If you've liked this video, like it, share it, and subscribe. Guys, it's all love. It's all love. If you wanna see us do more of these videos, then like it and share it and subscribe, cause it's getting pretty expensive. We need to get monetized, cause it's getting pretty expensive. We can't afford loaded fries. Like it and share it and subscribe.